Most banks and recently invested heavily in government-denominated bonds like the treasury bills. So our banks are so obsessed with a higher lending rate. They are so obsessed with investing in government risk-free facilities. So a bank can decide that if I have a amount of money, I can invest all in government bonds and then go home and go and sleep.
Because they say you are not paying. You are not. Your members are not paying the money.
No, that is what I'm saying.
That is why they prefer to place in government securities,
so now
safe and has better returns than your members who would take a...
What happened to the government securities? Yeah. You all know what happened.
That was one-off, but I'm saying that to still have an industry NPS of about 19%, 20%,
that is
due
not
to your
banking.
members not paying back.
That is not banking.
Yeah.
Because that is, let me put it this way, a lazy form of banking. If that is banking, anybody can do it. Because I give it to the bank and go and sleep. As a bank, you should be able to lend to the private sector to stimulate the economy. But in doing that, you need to strengthen your credit risk analysis. If you are able to do that, obviously, you'll be able to determine, aside anything, any external factor that may affect a business, you'll be able to at least determine the risk profile of each of them. Not everybody or businesses borrow and they don't pay. The banks are also surviving because of these businesses. Now, they don't have any option. Government T-bills are trending down significantly. So now either you give it to the business, so strengthen your risk analysis and make sure that you're able to lend to the business community. So it is time for them to even lower the interest rate. In fact, I've said earlier, when interest rate is very high, it is not in the interest of even the banks because their non-performing loans will go up. People will borrow the money not because they don't want to pay, but because they also have to invest in risk, highly risk areas for them to generate a higher revenue to be able to pay you.